Today, we're going to talk about something we've all felt at some point. A simple story with a really deep message. It's all about what we're calling the weight of honesty.
Really think about that for a second. Have you ever been in a situation where the easy path was right there, but you knew deep down it wasn't the right one? It's that moment, when nobody's looking and it's just you and your conscience. Well, that's exactly the dilemma we're diving into.
All right, so let's set the scene. Our story kicks off with something super simple, a little discovery that turns into a surprisingly complicated choice.
So picture this. You're a kid named Allie, you're at school, you look down, and there it is. A brand new, shiny pencil box. Something cool that you didn't have just a minute ago. And that first feeling is probably just excitement, right? Like, wow, my lucky day.
But see, this is where it gets tricky. It's like the perfect storm for a tough decision. First, there's that little detail. It looks just like the one his friend Hamza has. And then comes the 1-2 punch that makes temptation so powerful. No one was around, and no one saw him pick it up. The opportunity is right there, and it feels like there's zero risk. So Ollie makes a choice. But as we're about to find out, every single choice has a consequence, even the ones made in secret. And this is where we really start to feel the weight of that secret.
And boom, there it is. The pencil box is in his bag, but something else has taken its place inside him. It's not someone scolding him, it's an instant internal feeling. It's that physical sensation you get when you've done something that just doesn't sit right. It's that first little whisper of guilt.
This really breaks down the trade-off he just made, maybe without even thinking about it. On one side, you've got the prize, this cool new pencil box. But look at the price he paid on the other side. It's not about money, it's emotional. An uncomfortable, heavy heart. You gotta ask yourself, which one is really worth more?
And just when you think it couldn't get worse, it does. Now that bad feeling inside him has a face. He can literally see the result of his action in his friend's worried expression. Suddenly, that heavy feeling in his heart just got a whole lot heavier. In moments like this, when we're totally lost, we often reach for some kind of guidance. For Allie, that guidance doesn't come from a teacher or a friend right there in the room, but from a memory of his father's wisdom, words that are about to change everything.
And this is it. This simple phrase is the key. It's not a command like, you must be honest. It's a promise. It says, hey, honesty will give you peace. It acknowledges that it's not going to be easy. In fact, it's going to be hard. But the reward is something amazing. Peace. This is exactly what Allie needed to hear.
Knowing the right thing to do is one thing. But actually doing it, that's a whole different ballgame. So let's see how Allie takes this piece of wisdom and turns it into real, actual steps. This breaks down a really scary moment into these simple, manageable pieces. It all starts with just centering yourself, right? Take a deep breath. Then you have to face the music, go up to Hamza. Then comes the hardest part, just say what happened. And finally, you make it right by returning the box. Just listen to how powerful these simple words are. First, he just states the fact. I found it. Then, he owns his mistake. I should have returned it earlier. And finally, he takes full responsibility. I'm sorry. There's no blaming, no excuses, just pure, straight-up honesty. Okay, so Allie took the hard road. He chose to be honest. And now we get to see what happens. What's the true reward for making a choice like that? So, right away, the external rewards are pretty clear. He fixed his friendship. You can just see the relief on Hamza's face. And he earned respect from his teacher, who praised him for doing the right thing. These are great outcomes for sure. But they aren't the whole story. And here it is. This is the big lesson of the whole story. The most important prize you get for being honest isn't what other people give you, it's what happens inside of you. This is exactly what his father was talking about. This is the peace that he promised. It's that heavy, awful feeling finally lifting off your chest, replaced by this sense of calm. It's the feeling you get when your actions and your values are finally on the same page. That, right there, is inner peace. So what's the big takeaway from all this? It's that honesty is kind of like an investment. Yeah, it might cost you a little comfort up front. It might feel really hard in the moment. But the long-term payoff is huge. Peace inside yourself and the respect of the people around you. So at the end of the day, this story about Ali is really a story for all of us. And it leaves us with this one last question to think about.
It could be something small or something big. What heavy heart can you make lighter today just by choosing to be honest?